Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. Sounds like the cosplay contest went well. I regret not going.
Yes, the Akiba freedom fighters have certainly leveled up.
Good PR move, too. Maybe we'll get us a few new fans now.
We might, but let's not forget that our goal is to fight for peace in Akiba, not win fans. I believe we've made a real difference in our patrols and helped cut down on the number of victims considerably. However, these incidents have finally become widespread enough to hit the newspapers.
I guess there really is only so much a group like us can do.
Well, I certainly don't think the work we're doing is in vain, per se. But we've yet to get to the root of the problem. And until we do, our fight may never end. We need to find out who precisely is responsible for creating the Sinisters and why.
So what you're saying is we're attacking the symptoms when we should be trying to cure the disease.
Yeah, I guess that really is all we can do. But it sucks to think that while we're here talking about it, people are probably getting their life energy sucked out right this minute. You know, it's weird. I keep thinking back to Rin's warning. Remember? She said we shouldn't turn our backs on that Daishihan lady. Rin said that?
Well now, what sort of conversation am I interrupting this time?
Miss President!
Just talking about the latest gossip is all.
Oh, I do love juicy gossip. What was it? Or perhaps you'd prefer not to sing my praises while I'm here.
No, it wasn't praises. Apparently, Rin said we shouldn't turn our backs on you, Miss President.
Hmm?
Man, you didn't have to give it to her straight like that. At least dance around the topic a little.
Oh, but I don't think Miss President seems like a bad person. So I'm sure it was just a misunderstanding.
But it is rather distressing. I wonder why she thinks so poorly of me.
We don't actually know why Rin told us that either, to be honest.
What do you think of all this? Am I untrustworthy? Curves do have a way of deflecting attacks. Lucky of me to have them, I suppose. Still, I doubt that Rin's distrust of me is quite so personal.
What do you mean?
She may be a bit disillusioned with Daishihan Pharmaceuticals as a whole.
Huh. But doesn't she work as an ad girl for you guys? Don't tell me she's being underpaid.
Our remuneration is most generous, I assure you. Rin must have found something relating to the synthesters. Within the company, I should be the only person aware of the synthesters' existence. But some of our employees may well be perceptive enough to have caught on themselves, partially at least. And among them, some might be unsavory enough to exploit what they know for personal gain. Which could give Rin the impression that I'd be in league with their nefarious tricks.
That's quite a theory. Sounds like you might have a few ideas what these nefarious tricks are, unless I'm completely off the mark on that.
Well, I may be the CEO, but that doesn't mean I know everything that happens within our walls. Still, I may know where to start looking for answers at least. And I hope you believe me when I tell you I truly wish to give you my full assistance. For starters, I think I may snoop around the office a bit. If I find anything, I'll be sure to let you know right away.
Okay, how about if we just meet with Rin and just straight up, ask her what she meant? After patrol time, I guess. First things first, right? Let's start with Main Street today.
Welcome. Thank you very much.
What? Thank you.
All right. All right.